Let me start this course with a brief overview. The web really hasn't been around that long, and while it started out as something that was only accessible via a desktop computer, more and more devices are becoming web-enabled. Smartphones and tablets, obviously, but things like TVs, cars, and even devices like a refrigerator. Responsive design aims to create websites that provide an optimal viewing experience using things like liquid layouts, fluid grids, flexible images, and CSS3 media queries that adjust the page. To give you a short history, Ethan Marcotte first coined the term responsive web design in a List Apart article written in mid-2010. He demonstrated how to use CSS3 media queries to change a liquid layout to be better suited to smaller displays. Since then, this trend has really taken off, and more sites have embraced this approach. For a responsive web design example, let's take a look at the Boston Globe. You can see it here on my screen in the Chrome web browser. And you'll note that as I shift the width of the site, how the site actually adapts to that change. You'll notice the columns getting smaller, eventually shift down to a 2-column layout, and all the way down to a 1-column layout when it's especially small. So this gives a slightly different layout for different devices. So for example, my browser is set to 1024 by 768. That's the standard iPad resolution. So if I shift it, I do it full screen, this is what the iPad would see. And then as you work through, and perhaps you're just viewing this website on a smaller device, maybe a smaller tablet, maybe even something like an iPhone, it'll actually shift down and present an optimized layout specifically for that device. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in the next couple videos, and I'll be actually demonstrating how to do some of these techniques in these next videos. That's not the only example that I can present. I've included a text document included with the source files for this course that includes quite a few different alternative examples, additional sites that use responsive web design, and also some additional resources and tools for learning about responsive web design. What you see here and what the Globe website does is an example of what I'm going to be demonstrating in the next couple videos, working with things like fluid grids, EMs, CSS3 media queries, and that sort of thing.